Welcome everybody to Masquerade, Soil or a not so silent auction. Soil's 25th anniversary edition. I know, it's crazy. 25 years in so-called business. But it is truly remarkable that we have been around for so long. I haven't been here for 25 years. I was probably about 7 years old. It'd be amazing if I was a part of this when I was 7, but I wasn't. It has been a string of really brilliant artists for the past 25 years, and they've been putting this show on every year to keep the gallery running. So before we get into it, why don't we take a little walk around the gallery and see what is going on in this show. Take us for a spin. Wow, it is a really incredible show. And when you get a chance, you should definitely make an appointment right down on that little Calendly link, 2 at a time, COVID safe, to come see it in person because it is truly remarkable. I was looking around at all the pictures myself on the internet and I was like, wow, this is some really good art. But then got into space and holy smokes, everybody, it's a completely different deal. So definitely come down if you can, if you feel safe. We would love to have you here 2 at a time again, make an appointment, reservation only. But please do, because this art is not just something you can have in your house. By buying it, you are supporting Seattle's only collective, not-for-profit experimental art space that is a super, super special space in Seattle and Northwest in general. So please, please go bid on some art. You can do it right now. You can either make an appointment right now or just go onto the website with that Go Bid button. I don't know if it's to my left or to my right. I can't see the website because even though I am in the website. So go bid on some art, people. Or if you want, you can just text soil to 21,000 and it'll take you straight to the auction webpage. If you want a little bit of help learning how to bid, you can just watch this little video that we made for you, and you will know everything about how to bid on auction items. All right, so hopefully everyone is all buffed up on how to bid on art. Pretty easy to do. You can do it in person or, well, you can only do it in person if you're using your cell phone at the same time. Again, if you want to just go and click a link, you can just text check soil to 21,000, and just go boop, and it'll take you right there. And don't stress, I know it's an auction, but you have 2 weeks to come down and see the show. Unless people buy their artwork with the buy it now feature, in which case the art will disappear as soon as they come and get it. Because if you bid on your artwork, you have to wait until you're the winning bidder. But if you pay a little premium, you can just come down and rip your art off the wall after you pay for it. But we're going to be doing this for the next 2 weeks. But tonight we have a big goal. We are trying to raise $15,000 in donations. We have a lot of things that we need to do. We have a lot of great programming coming up next year, and we need to raise $15,000 tonight to launch us off into the next year and get this auction going right. So we have a segment that we're going to be calling Wait for It, in which we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff throughout the night each time we hit a different goal. We're having goals at $2,000. We got a goal at $5,000, $10,000, and $15,000. First goal, if we hit it, I will be blowing something up. If we hit $5,000, I will be showing you a segment called Fire and Ice. When we hit $10,000, we're going to go man to man. And if we hit $15,000, well, I'm going to drink poison. You heard it here first. I'm going to drink poison if we hit $15,000. So now that you know what our goal is, that is our donation goal. We have a whole bunch of things that you can bid on and stuff, but those are just our donations. So we're trying to get as many donations as possible tonight. You can use our little donate tool. Wait, what's that, Philippe?
How do I go donate anything? What is this?
What?
I mean, how do I donate?
Great question, Philippe. Thank you for asking how to donate. I totally forgot to explain how to do that. We have made a video for people just like you who don't know how to watch it or don't know how to donate. So let's watch a little video tutorial on how to donate. Pretty straightforward, but this will help you out. All right, so now you know how to donate. Again, if you want to just buy some art, woo! You can just text this number. Who doesn't love texting? Everyone loves texting. So if you want to text a new number, try 21,000. But that is our goal for donations tonight. Let's see if any of those wild and crazy things can happen. But first, we are going to meet a few different artists tonight. We have 4 artists from the show who are meeting tonight who have made incredible pieces, and we just wanted to know all about them and their practice. And so over the course of the night, we're going to be meeting each one. But in order to do so, we're going to need audience contestants for a little game we like to call Safe Bet. Do we have anybody in the audience tonight who wants to play Safe Bet with us? Anybody? Anybody?
Me.
Oh, you. What's your name, sir?
I'm Cheech and Chong.
You're Cheech and you 2 people.
Both of them. Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, nice to meet you, Cheech and Chong. So tonight, the way this is going to work is I'm going to describe a fact about this artist, and you have to look around and figure out which artist this fact is describing. So this artist that made a piece in this very room, they much like Cheech Marin and his companion Thomas Chong, is not single jointed, but double jointed. Quote, this is a hint, much like their art practice. So take a look around.
Okay.
Which of these artworks seems double jointed? They're dancing over there. That seems kind of double jointed. Is it the swimmer? Is it this vase? Is it these artworks that people that are watching can't see? Is it that woodbeck? Fire seems like it has plenty of joints, and there's plenty of fire on this wall. All right, your time is up, Cheech and Chong. What do you guess?
Who is Claire Kelly?
Ooh, I love Claire, love her paintings, but as much as I love her paintings, that is an incorrect answer. The correct answer is Nikita Ares. Nikita Ares is a wonderful artist. Let's see Nikita's piece. Can we get a visual on that? Ooh, wow. This piece is called Gemini Rising, and I am obsessed with it. And I'm sure everyone at home is also probably obsessed with it too. It's incredible. Let's see what Nikita has to say about her practice. I would love to know a little bit more about Nikita's practice because I love her paintings so much.
I originally came from the Philippines. I've been here like about 7 years here in Seattle, and I think that I wanted to bring that energy from my hometown, which is very like loud, bright. And in comparison to Seattle, it's very gray and like the weather's very dull. So I wanted to bring that out, that energy, and that kind of like vibrancy from my hometown that like made me feel like I need to like express that of myself. And that's kind of like where the colors and like the brightness came from. It's not anything that you would necessarily see, but I think like something that you would feel. And I think that's what I'm trying to bring out in my paintings, like a vibe or like this vibration of like, oh, whoa, like some sort of feeling is what I'm trying to like give out. So it's kind of like a cycle. I paint because I want to look for that wow factor. And because I want to look for that wow factor, I paint. And I think that's important to be really present. I think that it helps us to navigate ourselves and helps us reflect on ourselves like, oh, this is what I feel right now. And I think that paintings can do that. Paintings can like help you see yourself too in a way and like see how you feel and meditate on that. When I was making the piece, before that, I was definitely not inspired. I was just very sad. While making the piece, I wanted to kind of entertain myself and make something fun so that I can feel inspired again. I originally came from the Philippines. I've been here like about 7 years.
Wow, you know, I love that interview so much that I just wanted to know a little bit more, so I wanted to watch it again. But you know, I realized I should probably just do that on my own time. But do we have our person out in the field to talk to Nikita? Because I really want to know a little bit more about her work. I just love her so much and her work. She's a really prolific artist. If you don't know Nikita, then you probably haven't been to many art shows in Seattle, because she is despite being one of the younger artists in the scene, she is so prolific. I think she's made more art than most of Europe in the mid-20th century has, just collectively. She's really, truly a force of nature. So if pretty much all you need to do to see Nikita's work is just go outside, look around, and you'll probably run into it, because it's incredible. And it's so playful and has so much depth. It's if any of you know me, I am you know that I'm a huge fan of pop music, huge fan of Carly Rae Jepsen, just love dancing in general. And her art in general is just, it feels like music to me. It feels so good. We have some issues in the field. Oh, going to bidding? Sorry about this. Oh, okay. It looks like we do have our correspondent in the field. Okay, Nikita, I was wondering, I love looking at your art so much, and I could go on for ages about it. But I was wondering, your piece is called Gemini Rising, and I follow you on the Instagrams, and you do talk a lot about astrology. So I'd love to know a little bit about how does astrology like factor into your work? Does it inform this painting at all? What's the deal with astrology in there?
Hey Forrest, thanks for having me. I just think that astrology is really fun, and I think it's interesting, and I think that it kind of brings out a lot of characteristics of a person. I also think that that goes with my paintings. It kind of brings out characters and just like interesting quirks. So I think that they go well together too. Hey Forrest, thanks for
Thank you, Nikita. Loved having you in the show. All right, can we get another audience contestant back in here to play a little game we like to call What a Deal? Oh, what's your name, sir? Person?
I changed my name recently. It's
Oh,
Philippe now.
Philippe. Wow, wonderful. Nice to meet you. You look just like a person that I know from being a member in this gallery called Philippe. But I didn't know that they went by Cheech and Chong and now Philippe again. You should definitely meet them. Anyways, we have a segment called What a Deal, in which you have to guess the value of Nikita's piece, which is located right in the back of the gallery. It is opposite of, are you familiar with Price is Right?
I haven't seen it, but
Okay.
I can try.
Well, generally it's like you have to guess a number, but you can't go over it. This, because it's art, you can't go under their price because that will infuriate them and really intrude on any sense of ability to make a living as an artist and undermine all of their integrity. So you have to guess a number, but if it's below it, you might be excommunicated from the gallery. How much is Nikita's painting, Gemini Rising, valued at today? Just think about it. It's a big decision. Take a look. Go take a look. Go take a look. Soak it up. What do you got for us?
400.
Ooh, wow. Sorry. I don't know if Nikita's ever going to be able to talk to you again because that is incorrect. It is $700, but that is a great starting bid. Maybe the bidding's already started on it, but if you want to, just remember, text soil to 21,000 and you can go bid on Nikita's work as you should, because now you pretty much owe her $700 by undervaluing her work. I would bid like $10,000 because honestly that's how much it's worth and it's how much it's going to cost in about 5 years. So get it while it's hot, because it's going to be hot forever. Anyways, love learning about Nikita. I think, what's that? Oh, I just heard we have an update from our banker. Banker, what do you got for us?
Hi, Forrest. I just wanted to let you know that we have accomplished our 2,000 goal for the Raise the Paddle.
We got a $2,000 donation? You got to be kidding me. Banker?
Yeah.
Sounds like what's that?
Oh, yeah, we're rolling in it already. 2,000.
Rolling in it. That's incredible. $2,000. That just so happens to be the first milestone in our Wait For It series, which, if some of you were paying attention, the first milestone, I promised, I would blow something up. And here it goes, folks. Here goes nothing. What I'm holding in my hand may look like a balloon. Sure, it's small, latexy, stretchy, colorful, but this is also a bit like our minds these days. I know a lot of you, myself included, pretty stressed out. A lot of stuff going in, not a lot of stuff coming out. So we're gonna blow up this balloon and show you how to get rid of some of that stress. It is one of the more gratifying things you can see. And so I just wanted you to be inspired by this balloon and just let some of it out. Let's see how this blow up happens. I think we're at like March now. Probably July. Election time. Me getting ready for this show. Oh. Didn't that feel good, everybody? So if I were you, just go, after we've been blown up for this whole entire year, let it out. Maybe that looks like a good sob into a pillow. Maybe that looks like screaming out of your car window. Hopefully not at a person, just screaming in general. Feels pretty good. Maybe it looks like binge buying a whole bunch of artwork. I don't know, maybe on our website. Maybe by texting soil to 21,000 and finding a bunch of beautiful artwork there. Or maybe it just means eating a gallon of ice cream and watching all of Gilmore Girls in one sitting. Everyone's got their own thing. In the meantime, why don't we find out who our second artist is? I love Nikita's work so much. I am really excited to find out more about what our second artist is. But you know what? Now that I think about it, as much as I want to know about our second artist, I just realized that our donations, if you donate, it's not just for nothing. I mean, obviously, you're helping us stick around, which is a pretty big deal. It's like a very big deal. But most people, we live in a capitalist society. They want something in return. And in return, if you donate, you can come in and you can get one of these fabulous masks. We need some models over here. Ooh. These are just two of the incredible masks that have been hand decorated by members of Soil. There are infinite amounts, and by infinite I mean probably about 20 masks waiting for you here at Soil. If you donate, come in, show your proof of donation on any of our available hours, Friday to Sunday, 11 to 4 p.m., 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you say that you've donated, show us. You can get maybe this mask, maybe Philippe's, maybe one of 18 others that are even more beautiful. Now that you know that you have a beautiful mask on the line, and if you donate a little bit to get that mask, we might find out what this whole fire and ice section's about. Now that you know all that, we are going to meet another artist, because I love meeting Nikita so much. Let's see if there's anyone in the audience that wants to play safe bet, so we can find another artist out there. Anyone out there in the audience? Anyone? Not you. You're a little too eager. Not you. You don't seem like you're actually into this. What about you? You in the computer. You there. You're up. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Ben.
Ah, Ben. How are you, Ben? Where are you calling in from, Ben?
Oh, I'm calling from sunny Seattle. Not sunny. Seattle.
Sunny, not sunny Seattle. Well, sounds like a nice place. I am in dark and not sunny Seattle, so it must be a different Seattle. But you are up to play safe bet. If you don't know how it works, I'm going to tell you a hot fact about an artist who made one of these 60 pieces in here, and you're going to have to use that information to figure out which piece this artist made and who that artist is. Are you ready to play, Ben?
Yes.
All right. This artist spent one whole month this past year in February on a decommissioned 19th century ferry in which this artist made a whole bunch of art. And other fun fact, kind of connected, their new favorite animal, an octopus. Also, minor fun fact, not related. That's also my new favorite animal because I watched that octopus documentary, and if you watch that, I think everyone's new favorite animal is an octopus. Ben, can you guess who this artist is? You can go onto the website or just look around from your camera, just from your vantage point. Take a second to think about it. Is it this cowbell? Have we had any donations to ring this cowbell for? Oh, well, next time you can just, I haven't even talked about this cowbell. All right. Looks like Ben's still thinking. Are you cruising the website, Ben? Do you have any answers for us?
Yeah, well, I didn't know that the octopus was a new animal, but I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Well, Ellen's piece kind of looks like an octopus. And also Jack's piece kind of looks like an octopus. My piece looks like an octopus, but it's not me. How about Emily? Emily counts?
Ooh, correct. Correct, Benjamin. It is Emily. Let's take a look at what Emily's piece looks like today. It is called Together Cups. Ooh, wow. Wow. I love these little cups. Cups/artwork. It is a really, really beautiful piece. All right, let's learn a little bit more about Emily because I want to know everything about this artist because I'm obsessed with these cups. They're beautiful, feel really symbolic, and I want to hear what she has to say.
I'm interested in magic. And that feeling of experiencing and seeing something beautiful for the first time. But I'm also interested in nostalgia and seeing something beautiful that brings back a memory from the past. I have dreams about objects all the time. And sometimes my dream brain will make up new materials that don't actually exist. I'll come across fabrics that can't really exist in the real world, but in my dreams, I'm really, really focused on details. A theme that runs through my work is connectivity and relationships, connections, things that are tethered together or that are communicating with each other.
Wow, Emily, what a genius. I love your work so much. Do you know if we still have a correspondent in the field? I want to ask a little follow-up question to Emily because I've been looking at her art for a little while. In fact, it's right next to me, so I've gotten to stare at it out of my periphery. Do we have a correspondent? We do. Okay.
Hi, Forrest. Thanks so much for having me on the auction. You are correct. These cups are about relationships. I think that all people need other people. I would argue that the functionality isn't lost with these two cups, it's just changed. There is a way that you could still drink with them, but you would need two people to be using the cups, and it would be a little awkward, but I think more joyful.
Wow, Emily, it's funny, you read my mind. You knew exactly the question I was going to ask. I was wondering about the functionality, if there's a loss in functionality with these cups, or if it gains functionality, but your answer was really poetic and it just filled all my little holes in my mind. Well, actually, that's not true. There's plenty of holes in my mind, as many of you have noticed already. Anyways, Ben, are you ready to play our game? What a deal!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, in this game, you have to guess the price or value of Emily's artwork without going under, because if you do, she will probably never talk to you again because it's quite rude. Do you have a guess as to the price of Emily's artwork? Take a moment to think about it. Ben, you have an answer for us?
Yes.
What is your answer?
$3,000.
Ooh, wow, you know, that is a sign of high respect, so I respect that answer, but it is incorrect. I think Emily should change her value because she only listed her value as $650. What a deal. And that's not even the starting bid. Starting bid for this puppy, $350. You should all go to Soil. If you text Soil, 1,000. How much you want to bid on that artwork? It is a real one-of-a-kind piece and everyone should do it. Thank you, Ben, for participating. You're a great contestant. I didn't get to say goodbye before you left, but loved having you on the show. Anyways, I think it is time to check back in with our banker because I heard we have an update. Madam Banker, what would you like to tell us?
Hi there, Forrest. I just wanted to let you know that we received a $5,000 donation.
Hey, sorry,
$5,000.
I think you cut out that. You said $5 donation?
No, sorry, multiply that by 1,000. We received a $5,000 donation.
Let's carry the $5,000 donation. Wow, that is really something. Let's ring that donation bell. Thank you, Madam Banker, for calling that in. That puts our total donations for the night right now at a whopping $7,000 and blew us past our second milestone, which means we're at the section we like to call Fire and Ice. The section of, wait for it, because we had to wait for about 33 minutes to get to our second wait for it. And this one, it's a little crazy. It's called Fire and Ice. So, without further ado, we are going to light something on fire. That's right. Because as a lot of you know, it's a pretty stressful time right now, to say the least, to parrot every person that's been on TV for the last 8 months. We're going to light a scented candle. Ooh, this is a great use of fire because as you light it, a lot of very pleasant aromas arise that you can take in through your nose. It's a little harder through your mask, but if you close your eyes, ooh, it really chills you out a little bit. Don't hold it too close to your mask if you're doing it to your mask because I assume it will catch on fire and give you third-degree burns, second at least. You might be wondering now, where's the ice? I don't see any ice in here. Correct. But a great way to really chill out is by using some actual ice, and applying it to some pressure points. Maybe your wrists, maybe your temples. Wow. It is a great way to chill out in the middle of a Seattle winter. If you want to really double your money, you can close your eyes, take a whiff, and apply that ice right to your temples, or your wrist. If you haven't smelled hyacinth while rubbing ice on your temples, you haven't truly lived. So that's our segment, Fire and Ice. Well, actually, that's a great way to know that this mask is doing its job because you're not supposed to be able to blow a candle out with a mask on. All right, so now that we have $7,000 in the bank already. That is really incredible. I can't believe how quickly this night is moving. And we've already met 2 incredible artists. I just want more, and more, which is why we're going to play another round of Safe Bet. Do we have anybody in the audience who wants to play a third round of Safe Bet so we can meet our third artist? Anybody? Not you. Put your hand. You there with the fire in the computer.
Oh, sorry,
the fire
I didn't see you there. Just adding another log to the fire.
Ooh, hello there. What's your name?
My name's Jocelyn.
Hi there, Jocelyn. Where are you phoning in from?
I'm phoning in from Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder, Colorado. Seems like they got a lot of fires down there. Wow. Well,
Yes.
Thank you for calling in. We're playing a little segment called, it's a segment that I made up, and I forgot its name because that's the way that this show is going. It's called Safe Bet. Not really a safe bet. So I'm gonna tell you a fun fact about this artist, and you're gonna have to guess which artist produced an art piece with this fact in their life. Are you ready, Jocelyn?
Yes.
Okay, Jocelyn, the artist who made one of these pieces in this very room, get this, they're obsessed. Not just interested, but obsessed, compulsively, sadistically obsessed with singing reality shows, even though, get this, they themselves cannot sing. Which, side note, I don't buy that at all. Everybody can sing. Singing is a state of mind, but they think they can't sing. And they're obsessed with singing reality shows. Can you guess which artist that would have said something like that about themselves made a piece in this room? Take a second to think. Oh, all right, Jocelyn, sounds like you have an answer for us. What do you got?
I think Iole Alessandrini might. She seems like she would really kick it off at karaoke.
Ooh, you know, I have only met Iole a handful of times. Love her to death. She is a wonderful person, but I think Iole believes in herself enough to know that she can sing, whereas this artist, I think, needs to learn a lesson and know that they can sing. This artist that loves reality shows and thinks that they can't sing is none other than Rafael Soldi. Let's see what Rafael has on store for us today. Ooh, wow. This is a gorgeous photograph. It's actually located right over here. I'm probably going out of focus. But if you come to the gallery, it's right to your left. It's called I'm Here, You're There. Kind of like this show. I'm here, you're out there. Let's learn a little bit about Rafael and his work, shall we?
So I would say that my practice as a whole has always been a very introspective look at my life and an exploration of the self, beginning with the end of a relationship, which is reflected in the work that you see here at the auction for soil, moving to a different type of relationship, which is my connection to my home country of Peru. And that has been a really big part of my work in the recent years. I began exploring that through really understanding immigration from my own point of view. I was interested in how immigrants grieve or mourn the lives that they left behind in their countries in order to come live these new lives here. And then I moved on to things that were really more specific, like masculinity, for example. I'm really interested in questioning how Latin American culture intervenes on how young boys and young men create an idea of masculinity and how they perform that masculinity. So that has been really a central question of my work in the recent years. The piece that's in the show is titled I'm Here and You're There, and you can see it's a self-portrait, and you can see both of my bare arms crumpling either side of a map of the United States, the East Coast and the West Coast. And that image was made at a time when I was really coming out of a deep period of grief around having ended a relationship that ended very suddenly and very unexpectedly. And it really speaks to this geographical and physical distance between two people, and how sometimes not even that distance can make you feel closer or farther because we're so connected.
Wow, thank you so much, Rafael. Joss, what did you get from that? What did you take away from that little interview?
That was incredible. Interesting how he drew on his roots, and very sensitive, intimate piece.
Seriously, I love Rafael's work and also love the guy himself. Do you know if do we have anyone out in the field that can get a hold of Rafael? We do? Okay. Rafael, can you? Yeah. Okay, Rafael, I was wondering, I had a question. You are a photographer, as many people know. You yourself just talked about it. But in this piece, I noticed that you have a photograph of a hand-drawn map. So I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the interplay between those two mediums. Is that a symbolic gesture that the abstract, kind of quote abstract drawing is being ripped apart in this photograph that is generally more like real? What was your line of thinking going into that?
Hey, Forrest, thanks for that question. So yeah, I would say that there's a long-held belief that photography is inherently a representation of reality because it's a mechanical process, and you're taking a picture in the moment. However, I think that photography is just as adept at lying as any other medium. And in fact, I think photographs more often lie than they don't. In this case, not that this photograph is a lie, but it is constructed, right? So I did a great deal of construction and narrative and testing, and even then you're seeing one frame from within, several rolls of film. So there is a very intentional quality to how I constructed that image and how I made you as a viewer see it. Hey.
Wow, thank you so much, Rafael. Love having you on the show. Jocelyn, man, can't get enough of this guy's work. But that leads us straight into a segment called What a Deal. Are you ready to play What a Deal, where we guess how much this artwork is valued at?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so as you may or may not be aware, the goal is to guess it as close to the value of the work without going below. How much is Rafael's photograph worth? And let me tell you, this one is a beauty. I don't know if you've seen it in person or not, but oof, it's gonna knock you off your feet when you do. Take a second to think about it, because it's a good one. I'm gonna go look at this photograph while we're waiting for you to make up your mind. Okay. You see Colorado right on there. Good job on it. All right, Jocelyn. Where is your mind in the money?
Okay, I'm thinking $5,000.
Ooh, wow. I would say it's probably worth $50,000, but this artist, kind of like they said that he can't sing. I don't know what you're talking about, Rafael. You probably have a gorgeous voice. Only valued his artwork at $2,750. What a screaming deal. So now that you know that it's pretty much half the price of what you wanted to pay for, Jocelyn, you can just text soil to 21,000 and you can just go snap that puppy up. Thanks for being on the show, Jocelyn. Loved having you here. Say hi to Bowler and all the fires out there for me. Great to see you again. Take care. But speaking of money, I just heard, I think we have another update from our one and only banker. Well, she's still counting. Sounds like, yeah. She's going to have an update for us in a second. All right, Madam Banker, I hear you have something to tell us, an update. Last time you talked to us, we had just raised enough paddles. I think we had raised 7,000 paddles. I don't know what we're going to do with all these paddles, but we have 7,000 of them. What do you have for us now?
Well, Forrest, I just wanted to let you know that we just received another donation.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Hold on to your horses. How many paddles we got this time?
I think we got a $6,000 donation.
A $6 donation. That's what? Sorry, what?
6,000, Forrest.
6,000. Wow, a $6,000 donation. That is nuts. I don't know who has 6,000 paddles laying around, but thank you so much for sending those paddles our way. I think that puts us at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13,000, blowing us past our next milestone. We wanted to get to 10,000. We're at 13,000 now, Madam Banker. Thank you so much for that update. I'll see you soon, hopefully. And as you know, $10,000 was the milestone we needed to hit in order to get to the next. Wait for it. We were waiting for it for 47 minutes. And let me tell you, I was a little nervous for this one. I had to blow stuff up. I had to engage with fire and ice, the two most extreme elements on Earth. But I was a little nervous about this one. This one is called Man to Man. And as a lot of you might have observed in the media over the past, ever, but it's really turned up lately. there's been quite a bit of toxic masculinity seeping into the culture, making people really hate each other. So for this segment, I wanted to take a second to reach out and talk to one of my other cis male friends, because for a lot of cis men who are generally the caretakers of toxic masculinity, we've done a great job fostering it and just making it more and more toxic, really poisoning the culture. It can be hard for us to talk to each other in a genuine way, and it can be hard for us to reach out to each other and just tell each other that we appreciate each other. So I'm going to just call one of my guy friends, and I'm just going to tell him how much I appreciate him and his friendship. Let's see. I have tons of guy friends in here, all kinds. I got dudes. Let's go with Sam. He's on the East Coast, but maybe he'll pick up. He's kind of a night owl. Might get a message. A lot of rings here. Making me work for this one. But, oh.
Please leave your message for Sam Parker.
Got the message. Hi, Sam. It's me, Forrest. You may know me from being the host of Soil's 25th anniversary auction, Masquerade and Not So Silent auction. You may also know me from being a really close friend for the past almost 10 years now. And we're doing a little segment I like to call Man to Man, in which I'm just reaching out to a dude friend to say, I love you, and your friendship means a lot to me. And I really would like to spend some more time with you. So thank you, Sam, for being a good role model of what non-toxic masculinity looks like, and for just being a loving, graceful man. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh boy. Wow. We'll see what happens after he reads or hears that message. Anyways, we're gonna need to recover from that. Took a lot out of me, but I loved it. It was worth it. Sam's a great friend, and I love him. So now we're gonna meet our fourth and final artist of the night through another round of Safe Bet. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to play a game of Safe Bet? Let's see. We got, you're too young to play Safe Bet. You have to be 18 or older. Let's see. Oh, you there with the computer. You there in the computer monitor. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. Great to meet you. Where are you calling from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. You know, my grandparents are from Minnesota, St. Paul, in fact. You don't happen to be in those parts, do ya?
I never heard of St. Paul.
Maybe you're in a different Minnesota. I think there's a few floating around out there. Are you familiar with the game Safe Bet that we're playing right now?
Oh yeah, I love this show.
Great show. Been playing it for at least 45 minutes. So I'm going to tell you a fact about one of these artists. And this fact is about the artist that you're going to have to connect to the art piece. So this artist who made one of these pieces is learning, guess what? French right now. No, this artist is not 3 years old. This artist is not in junior high or high school. This is an adult learning French, and I admire them for it. They're learning French because they are supporting their partner who's going to go run in a race in 3 years in Paris. They're getting ready way ahead of time, prepping probably like their partner is for the Paris-Brest-Paris. Don't know why it's called Paris-Brest-Paris, but it is. And they're learning French for it. Which artist do you think in here is learning some French? Take a look around. Not Emily. Maybe Michael. Maybe some of the France. Could be Patty Bowman. I can see Legos wearing some. Nicholas, this does look very Parisian. Oh, sounds like we got an answer. Maureen, what's your safe bet?
I'm going to say Kokirk Yamahira.
Oh, love Kokirk. And you know what? I'm guessing Kokirk already knows French because it is not Kokirk. It is actually the one and only Soil member, the super Jana Brevik. Let's take a look and see what Jana's got for us today. Ooh, wow. Another stunning piece in this year's auction. This one is called Interrupted Geometry. I, am a real sucker for artists and their artwork, and I just want to know as much as I can about them. Let's see what Jana has to say about this piece right here, because I want to take this piece off the wall and just run out of here with it. So, Jana, what are you saying about this piece?
It takes kind of an unbelievable amount of patience to get something to bend to your will when you're starting with this cold, hard, unforgiving material. So it's not that I didn't like paint or ceramic, I just felt happiest with metals. What I usually draw from is human experience, human interaction, the sense of our need to attain happiness or desire to have a freedom or exactly what we want, and the stuff that's in the way. So we're always trying to, not angst for the sake of angst or unrequited desire, but that transition and that feeling of like, ah. The piece that I have in the soil auction is called Interrupted Geometry, and it's fabricated out of sterling silver, and it's kind of a line drawing essentially that I put into really heavy gauge round and square wire. So I wanted in this series to build some necklaces that were really geometric and felt where you're wearing a bold line and you can pair it with something light or dark and it will pop in its own way.
Wow, Jana, I could listen to you talk all day. Do you know if we have anyone in touch with Jana right now? I have another follow-up question we do? Okay, Jana, I was wondering, I am a big fan of your art, but I also noticed in the picture someone's wearing it, and there's a lot of weirdos out there that say, oh, if you're wearing it, it's not art, it's a craft, it's jewelry. But when I see it, I just see a gorgeous artwork. So I was wondering if you could speak to that debate over, is it art, is it a craft? What are you thinking about that?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so the idea of a conceptual divide between art and craft is a topic that has filled books. You can get an entire college degree on it if you so choose. I don't like to think about it too much because then I'm questioning what I'm doing in a way that I think does disservice, and it ends up not being fun to do what I'm doing. So there is a world where functionality takes over in a piece. So of course you're thinking about aesthetics, but you're not thinking about the greater concept or the political concept or something like that. You're making a coffee pot and it's a coffee pot and it's beautiful, but it's not trying to say anything else. For pieces that I'm working on, they are often wearable, but they're also not just about the making of them or the craft, or that they're wearable. They're not just jewelry. They're trying to invite you as a wearer or a viewer to enter my funny world and enjoy something that's maybe a little bit too big, or taking something completely out of context and putting it on the body so that the act of wearing it is sort of a conundrum or a joke. So the concept drives the reason for the piece, not that it's jewelry itself. So I think in the bigger picture, I don't know where I land in the world, but again, if I question it too much, then I feel like it makes me stop and not want to make anything because I'm like scared I'm going to not answer the big question right. So then if I don't think about it, then I just have fun and make things that are hilarious.
Wow, Jana, thank you so much for such a thoughtful answer to that. I have been thinking about that a lot, and I'm probably going to think about everything you just said for the rest of my life. But Maureen, back to you. Now that we know everything about Jana and all of her thought processes, we're going to play a little game called What a Deal. Are you familiar with What a Deal, Maureen?
Oh, you know I love it.
I know you do. We've been playing it for at least 48 minutes. So most of the world's familiar these days. As you know, we're guessing as close to the price as possible without going under because we love Jana and we want to keep her in our lives and don't want to offend her. So take a second to think, how much is this gorgeous interrupted geometry valued at?
I'm gonna say.
Oh, we got an answer. Marlene,
$800.
you said $800?
Yeah.
$800 is what you get for.
That's
for
about
Jana?
as much as my car costs. So.
It's as much as your car. Well, this is not a car, I hate to tell you. I know that you can drive with a car, but can you fulfill any dreams or make your life feel more complete? Or be the best looking person in town with a car, especially an $800 car? No, you can't. You definitely can't do it for $800 over here because Jana's piece is valued at $900. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's already sold. And I'm glad it has because people that value it at $800 don't deserve it. So thank you to whoever bought it for over $900, so the buy it now price, and because you can just come out down and take it. And Maureen, I hope you think for a long, hard time about undervaluing artwork. So I'll see you later, and you go think about what artwork should really be valued at, because you know what? I take personal offense to that. Jana is a friend and a brilliant artist, and I wish she could get $1 million for it. So even though Jana's piece is worth $900, aka $1 million, and it's already sold, you can find all the other artwork at soilart.org/auction, or just text 21 or soil to 21,000 and it'll launch you straight into the auction atmosphere. Ooh, speaking of money, the night is quickly coming to a close. So I think it is time that we check in with our banker to see if we have any updates. I think we do. Madam Banker, I hear something has just come in over the telegraph. What's going on over there?
Forrest, you're gonna be overjoyed.
Overjoyed? I already am. Just hit me. We've already raised 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13,000. I mean, that's, I think, as close to the goal as we could possibly get for a night, for 1 hour. Yes! What do you got for us?
Wow. Okay. So we just received a $2,500 donation, Forrest.
$2,500? Wait, that like $25, that's like 25 parts of 100, or 25 hundreds?
$2,500.
Holy smokes. That means we blew past our goal for the night, everybody. We hit our $15,000 goal. Wow. That is incredible. Thank you so much, all you like wonderful donors. That is such a bucket filler, or fills my cup, as some like to say. But that also means we had not 3, but 4 wait for it. We've been waiting for this one all night. And I'm a little nervous for this one, because this one I'm going to be drinking poison. Good thing it's the end of the night, because you wouldn't have the rest of the show if I did this at the top. So, do we have anyone that can drag my body out of here after? Oh, we do. Sir, I'd appreciate it if you could administer the poison. I can't do it myself. But before I do it, can you, what's this poison called?
It's called Superior DOCG.
Superior DOCG. I've never had this kind. It's Prosecco, everybody. And Prosecco, as many of you know, is a poison. Drink it in responsible amounts. It's Italian?
It's Italian.
It's Italian. It's Italian, which most things they make are poison. But that's why it tastes so good. Ooh, wow. Cheers, Philippe. Cheers to you at home. And you go have a little poison for yourself, because we've had a great night here. And again, if once you're done drinking poison, you might as well go home and check 21,000, or toilet 21,000. Check out Smart, make a reservation, come on down to the Soil Art Gallery, where you can see all this incredible work that is still remaining. Good night, everybody. That weirdly timed out, like, perfectly.
You didn't get to thank anybody, though.
Oh,